Jai Gurudev. You're welcome to this session of Vibrational Healing Science. Today we are talking about a subject on biological basis of leadership by Dr. Alan Watkins. Now this is something very interesting for all our sadhaks and probably something that you experience day in and day out, but have not thought to the depth that one should. Here Dr. Watkins talk basically about being brilliant every day. He discusses certain case studies where a player playing different kind of games excel on one particular day and do not excel on particular day, they fail. I think this kind of thing have been discussed before in the biorhythms, why certain people, why certain players excel and why certain players fail on the other day. Dr. Watkins is taking a different kind of a stance. He says behind every behavior or every action or reaction, there's a lot of process which is happening inside the human mind. Now what actually excites me is that for the first time, a science or the scientist or the cadre of Dr. Watkins has started accepting that there are a lot of things which are happening inside the human mind, which actually has a lot of repercussions on what happens outside. So that is a definitely welcome sign which our sadhaks today, all those participants like you, are going to enjoy. He doesn't take cognizance, unfortunately, he doesn't take cognizance of the other issues. Being a doctor, physical doctor, and a medical doctor in today's terms, he starts with the physiology as a starting point, which I think our whole philosophy does not really fit with that. Even beyond the physiology, for example, heart rate variations or pulse rate variations or some kind of anxiety or panic disorders. There are a lot of things which happens before they culminate or before they appear in the body. As we always have been saying in our seminars and various teaching sessions, that the body is only a monitor which shows what is happening inside. So even somebody's pulse rate or the heartbeats going up or down is not the start of any action or reaction. It's just the display, something that we come to know about. And what Dr. Watkins have been talking about basically is as physiological changes lead to emotional changes, which lead to changes in the feelings, and we change the thought process, and vice versa. He's talking about the feeling and thoughts being the two sides of the same coin. And then ultimately it comes into the behavior aspect. Now, definitely, as I said, this is a welcome sign because somewhere we have started going in depth for understanding of human nature, human existence. And though he starts physiologically, we know very well in Reiki that we have been learning for the last few months or few years, depending on how much you have been practicing. We understand that almost 99% of diseases today, or when I say diseases, I mean actually disorders, like heart rate variations, pulse rate variations. Now all these happen because of a particular thing like human emotions, feelings, the ideation, the thought processing, which is all the inner engineering of the human existence. Uh, what actually comes glaringly out of this particular presentation of Dr. Watkins is when you come to the hospital, when you reach a hospital or any therapeutic place, you're already under the pressure, and biologically there are a lot of variations which already have started occurring. Unfortunately, the medical profession doesn't take cognizance of that today. Maybe because they have gone so commercial, they are trying to exploit these changes and are trying to show it as a disease when actually they are not. And this is where I think the whole problem of allopathy is beginning today. The diagnostics is leading to a lot of fear. The very idea of going to the clinic or going to the hospital, already I think the biological process has changed to a great distance. And somewhere I think as patients at some point of time, we need to really take cognizance of. Rightly he says that every challenge that we say creates a havoc in the brain. Now knowing that, I think all that we can do, as we always have been promoting the spiritual path, is become effortless. You don't have to take challenges. You don't have to prove anything to anyone except yourself. Do not compare with the people out to create challenges. The self-motivation, the motivation of the soul within doesn't need an outside challenges. Now, every breath, if you look at it, is so simple and so natural. And every challenge that we perceive is actually so unnatural, creating a lot of stress. So I would request you to look into the whole presentation, into this kind of framework, so that it makes a lot of meaning to your life. I wish you all a very happy session, and this will probably start a lot of churning within your mind, and that is the whole idea of having these vibrational healing systems for the science session. So I wish you all the best. Thank you and Jai Guru.